Hey folks, Mel the Train Tutor back in the studio and back finding my mojo, guys. Yes, I am here, I'm reconnecting, and I've got a little bit of a project on. Now, I've dabbled and tried to get back on the channel a few times, but I sort of struggled, and refining creativity, you know, it's a challenge, yeah, especially when you've got head things going on, and as those sort out, I'm refinding my creativity, and rather than delving in deep into some big project that it's going to frustrate me and then it's going to, you know, make me not want to do videos and not come into the studio and that sort of stuff, I've decided I'm going to do something a bit easier. So I've kickstarted my mojo with a bit of a kit stuff. You can see some down there, and if we take a look here, yeah, wrong way round, Bosticle. Yeah, I have got the, right, what's it called? The Nanhai Dockside Trading Post Collection from Foreground. Okay, MDF laser kits. Now, loads of stuff in the kit. Yeah, quickly take you through. Yeah, we've got the trading post itself with all beautiful details and rooms and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a second floor. Yeah, for your top snipers. And I've still got some detailing to do on this. Okay, still some of the kit to finish, but it's good enough to be based. On top of that, we've got these sort of platforms. Yeah, the gantries for the dock sides, and then a couple of little huts. Okay, quite simple, quite lovely. Now the plan is quite simple. What I want to do is my Big Burma build. Yeah, lots of jungle scatter, but no feature pieces, nothing to really interact with yet. So me and Corb are getting back into bolt action, but we want some things to battle around, and it made sense for me, rather than start from scratch and that sort of stuff, you know, with refinding my mojo, to just work on some kits. One, kits are an easy way of getting back into it, and two, kits work really well for, for getting terrain on the table quick, and all I need to do is base it in my Burma style. Now, if you don't know what my Burma style is, yeah, this is my Burma style. Yeah, there you go. Okay, beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, so what the battle plan is for this sort of video, yeah, if it's one video, if it's two videos, I have no idea at this point, guys, yeah, is to take this lot, okay, and end it up basing on that. Now, to base it up, I'm going to be using a 3mm MDF, no, sorry, 5 or 6mm MDF. Yeah, I want something sturdy, I don't want EPVC for this one, okay, and I've got a little bit of working out to do. Because if you look at these, you'll see this platform's, you know, a little bit big for the huts, so I need to figure out some stuff to put on here. This one's a bit long for the shorter hut, yeah, and so I'm thinking about cutting it off halfway, take about a quarter off it. The gantries, I'm not sure what to do. I actually want to put them to the side. I've got a few others that came out of the kit that I haven't put together yet. Now this is supposed to be a dockside trading post, so the idea is once I found my mojo and I get onto the water stuff and I do my sort of Burma rivers, I want to use these sort of things on the river side to tie in the theme of the river and the dock into the trading post. So that's the battle plan, yeah. But right now what I need to do is just basically get these three things based up and just put these to the side. Okay, so, cracking on time. Right, I've got my bases done. Yeah, now it's time to actually fix our kit to the base. But at the same time, we need to get our jungle texture on. Let me explain why. Okay, so I've got a base here. You can see it's slightly white, which means I've got PVA on it. Yeah, if I'd have glued this on first, I'd have struggled to get the PVA on there to get my mixed herbs, which I'm going to be using for basing on there. Yeah, and so what I've had to do is lay down the PVA first, then we're going to sort of glue that on, then we're going to then we're going to add the herbs. So, yeah, bit of the old high quality PVA. Yeah, so just dropping this down on these legs here. Yeah, because the PVA that's on there, it's not really going to be strong enough. And you can see where I've cut this one down at the front. Yeah, just to make it a little bit shorter. So we're going to put that one there. And as you can see, because it's a wet surface, the PVA is just blended right into that, so I've got no problems with this. It's going to be beautiful. Famous last words. Next one, a little bit of PVA on here. And then, right, so I've got that done. Next we need to do is herb it up. So I tend to angle it from one side, shake on my herbs. I'm not worried about going excessive or using too much, because whatever I don't use is just going to fall on the paper. Yeah, shouldn't have done that, caught that. And then I'm going to be able to just put it back in the tub. Yeah, so there we are. And then finally, just quickly, yeah, I'm just going to go along and just do this with the edges. I'm just building up a sort of a bank, and I'm just pushing the edges in. That just makes sure right where it's going to meet the table, yeah, we've got no gaps or anything like that. Shake off the excess, and I don't know if you can see inside. Yeah, you probably can't, but we've gone all the way through there, nice and easy, and we've got a good join at the bottom. So that's my first piece, sort of textured up. I'm going to prop this up, leave it to dry, yeah, and in the meantime I'm going to get the others based up. So our pieces are all herbed up and they're looking and smelling lovely. Okay, very quickly, because it's still a little bit wet, I sprayed the underneath of the bases as well. That's just basically to seal the MDF so it doesn't soak in any of the moisture from the atmosphere over time and make the base warp over time. Yeah, so always seal your bases, guys. Now, all the herbs on, it's on pretty firm. I've shaken off a little bit of loose, but I want to seal it up properly and make it game ready. Okay, now for that, what I've got is a bit of a concoction. This is 1/3 my Burma base paint, 1/3 PVA and 1/3 water. Okay, and it's basically like a staining wash cum seal. Yeah, so put that there so I don't knock it over. And if I show you on this one, yeah, I'm just coming in and just blodding it down. Yeah, squeeze it out, soak it all over the herbs, nice and soaky. Nice and soaky. Oh, you can tell you're back at it, boss. Yeah, but if I pick it up, yeah, there you are. You can see how it's going to stain. Now that is going to leave sort of probably a 50% stain when it actually dries. So it'll be nice dark and brown, but you'll still be able to see some light bits through it. Yeah, I'll probably go in afterwards and touch it up because we've got to sort of work on the foliage as well. Now, when you're doing this, one of the things you need to be careful of is this can, when you're doing working with herbs, this can really reactivate the herbs, and yeah, when they're soaked, things can start to soak it. So the herbs can sort of, right, let's calm down, Bosicle, get this right. Right, the herbs are glued on with PVA, yeah, but until it's sealed, it's not the best bond in the world. Now, as we're sealing, we're adding water in. Now, water can reactivate the PVA. So as you're doing this, one of the most important things is don't go back over an area you've already done while it's wet. Because what will happen is you will, and then you'll do a slice and you'll clean, it'll reactivate the PVA that holds the herbs down, and you'll clean it off. Yeah, and there'll be lots of cursing and stuff like this. So be good, yeah. Just be methodical, work your way round. Try and get everywhere you can, but don't go back. And if you miss a bit, come back when it's dry. Yeah? Or be very careful when you put it on. Just warning you. Right, so as you can see, I'm cracking on with that. And I'll come back once it's all done and dry, yeah? Or take it to the next stage. Right, our jungle basin is all sealed and it's looking rather good and sturdy. Here we go. And if you take a look at that, you can see a lovely jungle ground texture. And it's on solid. There's been no warping issues, considering the amount of PVA that's been thrown on there. And the other bases are the same, but they're a bit sort of open. if you know what I mean. Yeah, sort of bland. So we need to dress them up a little. Now, first off, we need to get a little bit of greenery on there. That would be growing a bit around the edges and that sort of stuff. Help break up this ground. For that, I've got a little bit of turf mix there. Yeah, which is, it's just a mixture of ground up flock, lichen and clump foliage. And then I've got just 3 shades of clump foliage there. Yeah, all light shades, because this is going to be open, it's going to be relatively dry, so I want to use a light shade. And then, as you can see, pieces like this one, yeah, we've got quite a bit of open space around here. So my battle plan is, I've got some of these. Yeah, now these bits are out of the Mantic terrain crate, and they're rather nice. Yeah, barrels, some logs, some chests. I've got some Herstart stuff. I've also got some foreground crates as well. So I'll be able to put some stocks and sort of break this up a bit. I'm thinking of keeping away from the jungle plants so much because I don't want it to feel like it's overgrown too much. So simple basing, yeah. And that should give it a more villagey trading post feel. Now, so how are we doing it? Dead simple. We've got the PVA. Yeah. Now, my mix I'm using is a really loose one. Yeah. So, what I'm doing is I'm running some PVA around here. Yeah. Just like that. Next, brush and a little bit of water, just spread it out a bit and also push it in a bit underneath that. Yeah, I'm trying to make my spread sort of jaggedy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the reason being is I don't want a nice clean edge of greenery. It'll look silly, but if I jagged it out a bit, yeah, then it'll look a bit better. Jagged it out a bit. There's also any gaps on your sort of herb mix. Yeah, it's the perfect time, you know. Cover them over. They're not mistakes, they're just simply flocking indicators. Right, and bring that round there. Come on, in you go. Now when I mix and I sprinkle this flock mix on, yeah, not all of it is going to stick. Yeah, so we're going to have to seal it as well. Okay, so we get the flock mix, yeah, and it's just a simple matter of holding the base up a little so you can get underneath as well. Yeah, and I'm not trying to put a full covering down. I'm trying not to. Yeah, but I do want to cover up the majority of the white. Come on, get in there. That's it. There we go. Keep it going. Now that's already starting to soak up, but we need to put the clump foliage on before we put the on, before we seal it up. Yeah, a bit more there. Should have put a bit of paper under this to catch it. You can see I'm getting back in the game, can't you? Come on, Bosicle. I think I was just too keen to get stuck into it, see some green on it. Right, shake it off in the tub then. Yeah, and there we have it. Okay, and it's broken up the base really nice. Now, obviously it's a bit level. Just brush that off. We can afford to lose that bit. Come on in, next bit. Yeah, and I just want to put a couple of blobs. This is quite watery PVA, so it's working quite well. The problem is putting it down on actual loose flock can be a bit of a nightmare. So you need to make sure that you keep your nozzle away from the actual flock and you just let it drip onto it. There we go. Clean my nozzle. Right. Next job, I've already broken this stuff up. Yeah, so what I can do is I can just grab a couple of clumps. Yeah, and that's what you want to be doing. Yeah, grabbing a mix of different colours rather than one shade, then another shade, then another shade. I'm just going to push these in. Yeah. Yeah, right. It's as simple as that. And that's already starting to break it up a bit. Right, I'm going to crack on with this. I'll bring it back once I've got them done. With that bit of flocking and a couple of gribblies added, it's all come together. Now take a look at this. There you go. How's that turned out, eh? I have to lift it up a bit so you can see it properly. Now you can see just by adding the grass and that sort of stuff, if I switch it round, you can sort of see the effect that the grass has just on its own. Yeah, it really brings the kit to life. Now there's a couple of things you'll notice before you notice the gribblies. Yeah, gribblies are great for, for detailing up kits and making them just a little bit more believable, to be truthful. Yeah. Now, one thing that I did do is, if you notice that the grass is actually quite dark. Now this is because I came in afterwards and I sprayed it with a brown. At the same time, I actually sprayed the building with a brown as well. Very subtly, and you can barely see it. But if you take a look at this before and after photo, and there you can see it, really clean, yeah, to a little bit dirtied up, but it harmonises the building in with the ground. Yeah, it brings it all together and it makes it a little bit more realistic. And then to add some details on, yeah, we've got just some barrels and some logs out of the Mantic terrain crate stuff, some chests from foreground, little chinned it there, looks great, doesn't it? And then on these, yeah, done much the same. There we go. Yeah, her starts a little casting there, works great, brings the whole thing to life. And then finally, yeah, the one with the larger platform. Yeah, and I've just scattered some terrain crates around there to give you an idea. Just put some stuff at the front just to make it a little bit more interesting. And the whole model has been brought alive. Easy peasy. Now it is as simple as that to take an MDF kit and just make it something a little bit more special. Now I know I haven't shown you much in this video and I've just been talking, but this has been me reconnecting and I've got to say, it's been brilliant, guys. It really has. What I want to do now is expand this set into more of a village. And so, first off, let me know in the comments what you would put in a jungle village. Yeah, because I've got terrain to make and I need some suggestions. So let me know down below in the comments what you'd like to see in the jungle village and we'll see if we can put it along. I'm going to get cracked on with more videos. There's more Burma Build to come. Now in the meantime, if you are loving and liking me back and you've looked forward to this video and you've made it to the end, so you must be enjoying it, yeah, please consider supporting the channel, guys. I lost a lot of support while I was off ill and that sort of stuff, and I really need to regrow it and get back on my feet. So, you can jump online and join the clan at Patreon, yeah, for just $1 a month, and help keep the lights on and the cameras rolling. Oh, there's links down below to PayPal for just a one-off if you don't want to do the monthly thing. It all really does help me, and I could do with your help right now get back on the channel. So, I'm going to keep doing my stuff. I hope you're going to jump on board, help me do it, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. All the best, yeah? Ta-da.